What is up, you geezer bloke tie geezers? It is Chris Mother9 here. Chelsea 1-0 winners against Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. I thought that was a bit scrappy, to be honest. A lot of missed opportunities. But, of course, the game was decided by what the Chelsea Twitter account calls it a no-look goal by Eden Hazard. A scrappy goal, let's be honest. It was a bit frustrating to watch, to be fair. There were a few players that stood out. There were a few players that frustrated me. But nonetheless, a win is a win. We're through to the semi-finals. We could face either Spurs, Burton Albion, or Manchester City. Yeah, watch us get Spurs in the draw, and then Man City get the easy draw against Burton. But yeah, it was, like I said, frustrating. Now, first half, let's talk about the first half to begin with. Well, it was all about possession. Now, a lot of people will be saying, or a lot of times I've said, in terms of a Sarri team going into a first half, all about playing the possession game, possession game, possession game. But we all know one thing, is that possession does not win games. Goals win games. And that's what the first half was all about. It was all about keeping possession. I think we had like 70+% of the possession. And that was about it. We didn't really do anything else. It was just, every time we went forward, we just didn't know what to do with the ball to get the ball in the net. And, well, what Bournemouth were doing in the first half was sitting deep, having everybody back behind the ball, hoofing the ball up the other end and hoping in vain that somebody would get on the end of it and nick a goal. That's what Bournemouth did in that first half. And, well, the player that had up front was Callum Wilson, and he did have a few chances. Well, Bournemouth did have a few chances. But yeah, that was frustrating to watch, that first half. The second half, well, despite the fact that at some point in the game, the stats showed we had 20 shots overall and about 10 shots on target. Bournemouth had only like 5. But it was those 5 chances that Bournemouth had that could have easily inflicted change on the game. And it would have really hurt us a lot. We had a few chances, a lot of chances. And we should have taken them, and we didn't take our chances. Now let's talk about a few players. There is one player that I want to talk about right off the bat. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He had a fantastic game. I tell you what, right? Loftus-Cheek gets better every time you see him on the pitch. He gets so much better every time. He is playing really, really well. He is at a stage in his career where he has the best opportunity right now to get a starting place. Now, cast your mind back to when Maurizio Sarri was first appointed as Chelsea boss and he was conducting his first interview. The one thing he said in that interview was, everybody has to have fun and enjoy themselves. Loftus-Cheek is doing just that. He is having fun. And, well, if you're having fun, that means you're playing well. That means you deserve to be in that midfield spot somewhere. Playing better than Ross Barkley, I've got to be honest, Ross Barkley had a bit of a weird game. I think he had the ball in specific areas, but he didn't do too much with it. He didn't last the entire game. He got taken off and Hazard got taken on to sort of like give us a little bit of spice up front. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he started the entire game. He played the entire game and he deserved to play the entire game because he really, really played fantastically well. Let's talk about the defence. Now, Christensen did okay. He got an injury, I think, and David Luiz replaced him. But prior to the injury, he did okay. He wasn't brilliant. I actually prefer Amps over him, to be fair. I mean, if you look at Amps against Malvidi, for example, he played an exceptional game. He was resilient. He was ruthless. Good play in that game against Malvidi. But when you compare that to Christensen today against Bournemouth, a little bit shaky at times, but he held his own. He was okay. He wasn't brilliant, but you know, just got to do what you can do. Emerson is a huge upgrade over Alonso. I don't know what Emerson has to do to get a starting place every week in the Premier League over Alonso, but he really needs to start playing. Like, Alonso just gives absolutely 0% when it comes to being up front. He does not function well alongside players like Hazard. When you've got somebody like Emerson who's got loads of pace, who can offer loads up front, who can offer so much going down the left-hand side, you really need to be playing him more than Alonso, in all fairness. He just offers so much going forward. It's ridiculous. And, well, when you look at Alonso, who absolutely offers nothing, completely out of form, completely tired, just not good enough at the moment, you just got to think, maybe Emerson is like the breath of fresh air that we kind of need at left-back. Azpilicueta, he did not have a good game. Now, the reason why I say he didn't have a good game, especially in the second half, was because he got exposed by very, very, very fast-paced wingers. Now, one of these players specifically was Jordan Ibe. Now, Jordan Ibe, we all know how much of a real pace he is. I mean, he showed it when he was at Liverpool before he joined Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth paid a lot of money to get Jordan Ibe because he's very, very, very fast. Yeah, he turned over Azpilicueta numerous times, like Callum Wilson did as well. I mean, Callum Wilson is 26, pretty much the same age as Azpilicueta. To conclude this situation, to conclude this little discovery, Azpilicueta is not built to play as a fullback anymore. In the earlier years that he was at Chelsea, yes, he was. He was played as a fullback, left back or right back. Now, though, no, he is more of a centre back than he is a fullback, to be honest. And, well, today definitely showed it. I mean, yes, he's fast. Yes, he's got the pace as a centre back, but not as a fullback. And, you know, when you get exploited by fast-paced wingers and you're tired, you're playing every game, it's not the right situation for you. I mean, he really needs to be playing more as a centre back than a fullback, which, again, just brings up the necessity of us having a new right back at the club. I don't know if there's anybody that's willing enough to play at right back. I don't know, maybe Rudiger. I mean, can Rudiger play at right back? I don't know. We have to discover these things. But I don't think there is a actual player that is decent enough to play as a right back. If we are going to have a right back, it cannot be Azpilicueta, because he's just going to get outdone for pace with these pacey wingers. You know, Jordan Ibe today, as well as Callum Wilson. You know, these players, if you're getting outpaced numerous times, something needs to change, right? Something needs to change in that position where, you know, you can't be having that. I mean, it was an okay game today. I mean, it was a scrappy game. It was a, you know, baton to baton game. It was okay, but right now is the draw. So I have to end this video really, really quickly. So yes, overall, I'm happy with the result. It was a scrappy game, separated by a scrappy goal by Eden Hazard. But like I said, I'll take it. We're in the semi-finals. And yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Why am I doing this with my hands? I don't know why. Anyway, guys, make sure you check out my social media links in the description below. Check out Chris Marder Games. Follow me on Twitter at ChrisMarder9. And yeah, next game is against Leicester City at home in the Premier League. I've got to end this real quick because the draw's about to start. And I got to be on top of that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.